After those 6 championships, Michael Jordan became the greatest player to ever play the game. Oh, hello everyone. I was just telling the story about Michael Jordan, the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. But on today's episode, it's not about Michael Jordan. This here is the Scottie Pippen.
Timeout and designed to play for Tony Kukoc. Scottie Pippen refused to go back in. Instead, he went to the end of the bench, necessitating a second timeout. Pippen and Jackson got into a cussing match, but Scottie still refused to budge.
Okay, guys, here's my Scottie Pippen story. I think it's hilarious and weird in a whole bunch of situations, but yeah, so here it is. The year is 2006, and my buddy I work with, Terrence, who's watching the video most likely, he turns to me and he goes, "Hey, Rye, I've never been on a trip to the States before. Any ideas where we could go?" At the time, we're both into sneakers, we're both into basketball. So we're like, wow, where can we drive that'd be pretty cool from where we are? So the closest place to get to would be Minneapolis. So we drive down to Minneapolis for the weekend. We get there, and we end up going to the mall like most people do in Minneapolis. Go to the mall, go to the bar, go to places to meet women. That was the plan. I think I was single at the time, so that was the plan. So what does Champ Sports employees do? They go to Champ Sports and visit other Champ Sports people. So our first spot was Champ Sports. So we get in there and looking around, we buy some few things, and luckily back then we could still use our discount in the States, which was pretty good. So we're looking around and we talk to the manager. And the manager's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are up in Canada, blah, blah, blah. Are you enjoying yourself in Minneapolis? You know, we're having a good time, going to a few clubs, have a few drinks, bought a few goods," right? So the manager at Champs at the time looks at us and goes, "You guys got any plans for tomorrow?" I said, "What else you got to do in Minneapolis besides drink and come to the mall?" Well, he goes, "How about this? I've got 2 tickets to a celebrity golf tournament here in Minneapolis." And I was like, okay, celebrities in Minneapolis. What are you going to get? The Minnesota Wild? Maybe some old players from the Minnesota North Stars? Maybe Kevin Garnett from the Minnesota Timberwolves? Who knows? So I said, shakingly, like, "Yeah, we're not going to go." I said, who's going to be there? He goes, "Well, it's put on by Trent Tucker." And I was like, "Oh, Trent Tucker. I know Trent Tucker. He used to play for the Chicago Bulls." And he's like, "Yeah, that's right." And he's from Minneapolis originally. So I was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool. Anybody else?" He's like, "Well, Michael Jordan." And my eyes lit up. I was like, "What? Michael Jordan's going to be here?" Like, how did I not know Michael Jordan was going to be in the city on that weekend? It was all fluke. We go down, and Michael Jordan is in the city that I'm in. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. Okay. And I said, "Who else?" And he said, Scottie Pippen, Ahmad Rashad, Charles Oakley, who else? Ron Harper, B.J. Armstrong, Jimmy Jam, the recording exec. Who else? Bobby Jackson, who used to play for the Minnesota Gophers. I was like, what the heck? Like, that's pretty awesome. Okay. And how much are these tickets? He's like, "I'll give it to you for free, guys. Since you guys work at Chaps, I'll give it to you for free." I was like, no freaking way. This is the amazing thing ever. Like, okay. And Terrence was like, "Yeah, man, let's do this." So the next morning, we get up. I'm pumped. I'm going to meet Michael Jordan. I am pumped. So I'm like, okay, let's get there, right? And just so you know, Michael Jordan did not let me down. So that's a good thing. So we get to the golf tournament. I've never watched golf live before, neither has Terrence. So we're walking around not knowing what to do. We got there super early. The game hasn't started yet. And, you know, there's hardly any people here. There's fans here and fans there. And you see that stupid guy that works at a card shop who's got fucking stacks of pictures that he's trying to get signed by the player over and over again. What the heck is that? But there wasn't a lot of fans there. It was just random people. So I'm like, I have a chance to meet Michael Jordan. This is pretty awesome. So anyways, the golf tournament starts and they make a little announcement and tournament comes on. And they're like, okay, we're going to start the tournament. Everybody come out in their golf carts. So I think it was 2 players per cart. And all of a sudden, I saw Michael Jordan. I saw Scottie Pippen. I saw B.J. Armstrong. I saw them all. I saw a bunch of Vikings that I, hardly knew. I saw some hockey players. I saw all these people. I see Trent Tucker. He walks over, have a little conversation with Trent Tucker. I'm like, wow, I met Trent Tucker. That's pretty cool. Played for the Chicago Bulls. You know what? He goes, hey, let me sign your book for you. Pretty cool. Here's the celebrity tournament handbook that I got. Okay, awesome meeting. Seems pretty cool. He's not that famous, but thanks for acknowledging me, right? Right after I see Trent Tucker, who do I see? Michael Jordan. And I'm pumped. I'm like, oh my God, Michael Jordan, I'm going to meet him. Now, no word of a lie, people. I did not meet Michael Jordan, but I watched his acknowledging of the fans and the way he talked to people and spoke to people that were admiring from afar. So I'm waiting. Here's Michael Jordan, right here. I'm touching him right here. That's how far away I was from Michael. He was signing autographs, talking to kids, talking to people at the golf tournament, making acknowledgement that we're alive and talking to people, right? Cool. Michael Jordan looked in my eyes. He looked in my eyes. We made contact. We're at the same spot, same moment. I'm happy. He was signing autographs and interacting with his fans. I'm a happy man. I was this close. Check out the photos of how close I was to Michael here. All right. So we're walking around, we're seeing other players. I didn't get their autographs, but I spoke to a few. I think I spoke to a few football players that say, what's up, how's it going? Awesome tournament. I hope you enjoy your game. I hope you win. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Right after that, me and Terrence are walking around. Okay? Now, this person is one of the coolest athletes, celebrity I've ever met in my entire life. Okay? So the next person I meet is Charles friggin' Oakley, who played for the Chicago Bulls, New York Knicks, and our Toronto Raptors up here in Canada. Which was pretty cool. At that time, I think he just retired and he wasn't playing for the Raptors at that time anymore. I don't think. Anyways, Charles Oakley goes to me. I didn't ask. I didn't say anything. He goes to me. He looks at me. He's like, hey. And I was like, yeah. He's like, hey, come sit in my golf cart. Let's shoot the shit. I was like, I'm sitting in the golf cart with Charles Oakley. My buddy Terrence is a little nervous. Yeah, he was a little nervous, so he kind of sat off to the side and let me enjoy the moment of my fans, or the people I admire. Okay? So I'm sitting in a golf cart with Charles Oakley. And he goes, hey, how's your day? I was like, man, my day is awesome. I got to walk around and meet some celebrities. He's like, did you meet Michael? Did you see Michael? Did you meet Michael? And he's tapping me on the shoulder. Did you meet him? Did you see him? And I was like, yeah, I saw Michael. I saw him like this close. And he's like, isn't that awesome, man? Awesome. And he's like, here, let me sign your book for you. So he signs his autograph on my book. You could check out his autograph here. I cut it out my book and framed it with his sports car. Check it out here. So, Charles Oakley, cool dude. We chatted for a while. He's like, enjoy the rest of your day. And off I went. I'm like, man, Charles Oakley was super cool. Shout out to Charles Oakley if you ever watch this video, because, man, you made me feel like I meant something. Okay. Now, we're wandering around the golf tournament. We're getting a little tired, getting a little hungry, getting a little anxious, right? I wanted to meet Michael so bad that I wanted to walk around the whole friggin' golf course the whole entire day just to meet him. But That didn't happen. So we kind of we were on the 9th hole or 8th hole or something, and we wandered back. As we wandered back, I think I saw Scottie Pippen. Okay, I told Terrence, and I'm like, Scottie Pippen right now is probably the closest thing to Michael that I can get, or get to meet. Okay, now I don't care if you gave me an autograph, but the acknowledgement of, kind of like Charles Oakley, where he acknowledged your existence and knew that you were a fan and enjoying the day, right? That's what I wanted. Okay, so I walk up, and no word of a lie, people, no word of a lie. There is, I don't know, we'll just call it hole 5, I don't know. Scottie just hit his putt, maybe had a bad round, I'm not sure. But I am the only person in the whole entire area, I'm talking like nobody around me. Terrence is at the clubhouse. I'm in the rough. Nobody's around me. I'm in the spot where the fans are supposed to stay and watch. There is no fans watching Scottie Pippen at this moment but myself. Okay? And I think to myself, how am I going to meet Scottie? Well, I say, if I have my Sharpie in my hand and my book in my hand and I look like a little kid and kind of like anxious to meet him, maybe I'll get to meet him. Now, this is the part why I don't like Scottie anymore. All right. I'm going to use Michael as an example. Michael's going to be me. And I'm going to be Scottie. Okay, like I said, this is Scottie Pippen. And I'm right here, and Scottie is right here. Okay? Right in front of me. And I'm holding my book, thinking maybe he'll stop and say, hey, hope you're enjoying the day. What's going on? You want me to sign your book? Blah, blah, blah. If he didn't sign it, no big deal, but it would have been nice, okay? And this is what Scottie does. You got to remember, people, I am the only one in the vicinity. There's no other fans around me. He goes like this to me. Now, he doesn't walk around me. He walks through me. So he goes, oh, like this, and throws me aside like this, and off he walks off. And he walks off. And he didn't say, excuse me. He didn't say, how's it going? He didn't say, what's up? He literally walked through me.
The Bulls answer to John Stark's spectacular dunk last year. And he hovered over Ewing for a second, and Patrick didn't like it, as any player wouldn't like it.
And I turn around and I look at Terrence and I'm like, did you see that? And he's like, yeah? What is up with that? I have no idea. Maybe he had a terrible golf game and he was taking it out on me. But I was the only one in front of him. The only one in his vicinity where, I don't know about you, but if I was a celebrity of some sort and somebody was near me, I'd be like, hey, excuse me? Or, hey, how's it going? Are you enjoying the golf tournament? Or enjoying whatever you're at? Or it wasn't like he was sitting down for dinner at a restaurant and I'm bugging him for an autograph. He was right in front of me by himself, walking towards me, where I'm thinking, oh, he'll stop and say hello. No, he walked over me. Like, literally, let me show you this again, guys.
The Bulls answer to John Stark's spectacular dunk last year. And he hovered over Ewing for a second, and Patrick didn't like it, as any player wouldn't like it.
He walked like this, over me like that. And I was like, what? And literally, I could have been knocked down like Mike right there. Knocked down. Like, there was nobody else. He could have walked like 5 feet to the side. But no, he walked through me. But anyways, other than that, that was a great experience that I had. And we got it all for free that day. And yeah, I do have one or two things of Scottie Pippen left in my collection because I thought they were super cool. I have the Nike basketball poster right here. The Nike basketball poster, which I think is cool. It's got Scottie. And I also got this of Scottie Pippen, which I think is pretty rare. If you're a Scottie Pippen fan, you must have this. Lay's potato chip bag for the USA Dream Team 2. I just thought, how cool is that? It's on the friggin' potato chip bag. Okay, since this is the Scottie Pippen show, I'll show you one shoe that Scottie Pippen did wear in the white and red color. But this is one of my favorite shoes, the Air Flight 89. This originally came out in 1989 and was worn by most of the players in the league that didn't have shoe contracts and who wore Nike. So the Chicago Bulls, Scottie, they wore red. But a lot of players back then wore this shoe, and it's one of my favorite. Too bad this retro is a real shitty plastic quality, but yeah, I had to get it. It's one of my favorites. Just remember to follow me on Instagram at Forsyth23. You can also see me on an interview I had about my penny collection on DJ Monte Carlo. Give him a follow. Always remember to give me some likes, give me some thumbs up. Make sure you turn on your notifications. And I hope you enjoyed the show today. That was a little bit different. You guys wanted to hear the story, and I told you it's long. I've gone over my usual limit. So yeah, until next time, good talk. All right, time for beer.